The MSI CLAW A8 versus the Xbox Ally X. Who wins? We decide.
Oh,
do you like that?
I did like that.
Yes. You need to start this with a caveat, apparently,
Yes.
straight away, that you can't get the MSI CLAW A8 everywhere. We're just some kind of weird privileged position that you can get it in here in the UK.
Yeah, it's been available for like a month or more in the
Madness,
UK.
isn't it?
Yeah, available stock as well.
But we've had a significant amount of time now, a couple of weeks at least, with both devices.
We have.
In fact, all three of the kind of leading handhelds right now.
Indeed.
And we want to continue this series of like putting them side by side, helping you guys decide which one is the best for you to buy, or if you're just curious, just which is which. So we want to kind of put them superficially head to head and kind of decide which we prefer, or at least what the differences are between the two.
Absolutely.
Of these very similarly spec'd, similarly priced handheld devices
Yes,
right now.
because here in the UK, the MSI A8 is only £50 more
Yeah.
than the Xbox Ally X. So the Xbox Ally X is £800 and the MSI is £850.
Yeah.
So it's
Do we know
very
what the
close.
price is going to be in America for the MSI?
No idea.
Interesting. I imagine it's going to be similar kind of price differential.
Maybe.
I would hope so. Otherwise, it's going to be a no-brainer choice, isn't it?
Yeah, I can kind of see it being like, well, the Xbox Ally is $1,000 in the US. I can imagine it being 100 maybe in dollars.
Yeah. If it's really cheap, then this is an easy choice for you to make.
Yes, yeah. If it's under that $1,000, then yeah.
Okay, it's time for me to keep the 128KB lights on with today's totally impartial video sponsor, FastestVPN. Now, we all know we need a VPN, and we all have our own reasons. For me, it's to take advantage of some of Andy's uncle's sweet deals over in Argentina. Perhaps it could be you're traveling and you want to see your own version of Netflix and not that weird Spanish one. Maybe you just want some peace of mind while you are traveling and not using that dodgy airport Wi-Fi on your new handheld device. So when FastestVPN reached out with its incredible Black Friday deal, I was like, sign me up quicker than Andy could call that uncle in Argentina for his cheap CD keys. And these guys are not messing about. They're offering lifetime subscriptions. You pay once and you're done forever. And the deal they've given us to share is insanely discounted too. A lifetime VPN for just $30. That's madness. And here's the kicker. This isn't some basic plan. You get 15 simultaneous collections. There's not 5, not 10. 15, so you can cover your handheld, your PC, your phone, your entire family, basically. They're throwing in their fastest pass family password manager too for 6 users, so you get absolutely free password manager for 2 years as part of this bundle. So really, you're going to get a lifetime VPN plus a password manager for 2 years for just $30. That's a proper nailed-on Black Friday deal. They've got over 800 servers in over 100 global locations, WireGuard protocol with 10 gigabit servers, dedicated IP and port forwarding, built-in kill switch, malware protection, and ad blocker. There's a huge amount here, just value galore. So massive thank you to FastestVPN for being today's sponsor. Hit the link in the description to find out more, and to use this exclusive offer, make sure you put in the code BFCM25. And thanks again to FastestVPN. Superficially, I say this because there's like a little asterisk. The processor and the RAM, the kind of powerhouse of these devices, is identical in both.
Yes.
Obviously, the Xbox Ally X version does have that AI part of the chip.
Yep, with promises coming next year.
Don't buy things on promises.
But right now, they're identical because the AI chip doesn't do anything.
Nothing.
But next year, supposedly, there's going to be stuff that we've...
Very curious to see if that's actually born out to be a thing or not.
And how it plays out to be. Is it actually useful or not?
Or is it just paperclip?
Yes.
Copilot.
Yeah.
So on like the kind of performance side of things, we should be seeing equal performance.
Yes. Yes. But we have, of course, a head-to-head coming next week. So, stick around for that one.
Going to look at some actual numbers, some benchmarks, running some games. They should be equal.
Yeah.
I'm expecting some unexpected surprises there.
Yeah, quite possibly. But yeah, they're all Z2 Extreme. So all the ones that we've had hands on have been all very close.
Yeah.
Ish.
Now, there's some small details that separate them when I'm thinking about the kind of joysticks and the buttons, isn't there?
Yeah.
Tell me about the differences.
Oh, well, the MSI CLAW A8, I'm just going to call it the MSI, has Hall effect joysticks. So out of the gate, it comes with them pre-installed, whereas the Xbox Ally X does not. So you are looking to actually mod your Xbox Ally X to install either Hall effect or TMR sticks when they become available.
Have you had your Xbox Ally X apart yet?
No.
That's going to be interesting.
I've seen the internals,
Yeah.
and I think it's going to be very easy to swap out.
Yeah.
As is the upgradability of the MSI CLAW, which I'm really happy about, which you can see in a video that's already up.
Yes, that we weren't supposed to make, but we did it anyway.
No, yeah, we did it anyway. So sorry, MSI.
We took your device apart.
We took your device apart. But yeah, so the upgradability on both of them whilst we're here.
Yeah.
Is actually really good on both sides. But of course, you are looking at an added expense with the Xbox Ally X to upgrade the joysticks if they ever get drift, because they are using potentiometer joysticks. So they are susceptible to drift. And we know that GulaKit for the Ally X were officially like partnered with Asus to make the upgrade. So I imagine GulaKit are going to make some upgrades for the Xbox Ally X, but just remember, you will be paying for that.
Yeah.
And that will bring that price closer to the MSI.
And having to take your device apart, which can avoid at least a part of your warranty, if not all of it.
Yeah, depending on your region. And some people just aren't comfortable with taking the devices apart. So the MSI does come with Hall effect sticks. And one other thing that I actually really like about the MSI is it's got lit face buttons.
It's a really nice little quality of life thing there.
Yeah. And I will say as well, they're much tighter than the Xbox Ally X.
Yeah.
I'm a little bit disappointed in the Xbox Ally X's face buttons because they're very rattly.
Yes.
Whereas, so they're kind of like an Xbox controller.
I've seen people complaining about it as well. So it doesn't match up to the quality of what they were expecting on that part.
Yeah, so they're a bit loose on the Ally, whereas on the MSI, they're nice and tight.
Yeah.
And slightly smaller as well.
Big one. Whilst we're on the small details, the Wi-Fi in both of them is actually quite different as well.
Yeah, yes, it is.
We're getting Wi-Fi 7 in the MSI CLAW A8, which is not present in the Ally X.
No, it's actually the only Z2 Extreme handheld so far that's got Wi-Fi 7.
Yeah, so a kind of element of future-proofing to it, which is nice as well. And obviously, because you're going to be downloading all of your games onto this device, it's a significant kind of spec to be paying attention to.
Yes.
So kind of interesting that it's there.
Mm-hmm.
And also kind of small details, the USB ports on them.
Yes.
Asus have maintained what they had on the Ally X before, which was a USB 4 and a USB 3.2.
Yep.
But MSI have not gone that way.
No, they've just gone dual USB 4.
Hallelujah.
Yes, yeah, much better. They are version 1, they're not version 2 USB 4s, but that's still great. I'd much rather have 2 USB 4s than 1 USB 4.
And it's that future-proofing thing which I think's kind of overlooked slightly in all of this kind of hype about new products, because the chances are most normal people are going to be buying one of these and keeping it for a number of years.
Yes.
So you want to be finding the best specs for you right now and like looking slightly into the future as well.
Yeah.
You want to, it's 2 USB 4 ports if it's available.
Yeah.
Because, it gives you the best I/O, especially if you're going to be looking at some of the eGPU setups and stuff maybe in the future, or at least docks at very least.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, so now we get into some of the kind of the bigger things, the kind of crux of this, and that's the screen.
Yeah, the screen's the biggest change here. Like the most striking thing if you see them side by side.
It's a huge divider.
It is the biggest change that you will immediately notice before any other specs.
Now, the MSI CLAW A8 has, as the name suggests, an 8-inch 16:10.
Yes.
Whereas the Xbox Ally X has a 7-inch 16:9.
Yep.
Both are 120 hertz VRI LCD panels.
Yes.
So the kind of technology behind the panel is identical, but the size is such a big divider, isn't it?
Yeah, and it's even more so because you're not just going 7-inch to 8-inch here. You're going 16:9, 7-inch, up to an 8-inch 16:10. So it's actually an even bigger jump because you're getting like that extra space filled on the top and the bottom.
As a consequence of that, it makes the MSI have much smaller bezels on the screen.
Yes.
Whereas on the Xbox Ally X, the bezels are, let's be honest now, noticeably bad.
Yeah,
it's a big negative there.
They're very obvious on the Xbox Ally X. And because the Xbox Ally X is quite a chunky thing, just because of the shape of it with the handles and everything, I just feel like the screen looks even smaller than it actually is.
Yeah.
Whereas on the MSI, it's not so angular. Well, it's really angular.
It's very angular,
but it's not so like big with those horns on the side and stuff. And because it's 16:10, it's really stretched that screen out right from the very bottom to the top.
Yeah.
And it makes you feel like, yes, it does have bezels, but it makes you feel like the majority of the device ratio is screen.
100% that. It does feel like it's all screen.
Yeah.
Whereas, like you were saying about the Ally X, the kind of opposite of that. It feels like the screen is framed inside the device.
Yes, yeah.
That depends on whether that's a negative for you or not. But if you're a diehard 16:9er, then there's only one choice there. But
yeah,
even I've been swayed by 16:10.
Yeah, and I would even argue that even if you're playing a 16:9 game on a 16:10 screen, yes, okay, this is not OLED. It's still LCD, IPS. So you will get black bars top and bottom. And by black, I mean slightly grey.
Yeah.
But despite that, it's still a bigger image space, right? That 8-inch, like even at 16:9 is still a larger viewing area. And I'd argue as well, I said this in my review of the MSI, that when I was playing it, I didn't even notice the black bars.
No.
Like, because the screen is so big, you still just hone in on that game.
Yeah.
And it was really enjoyable.
Now, the biggest, well, at least one of the biggest unique selling points of the Xbox Ally X was, of course, the collaboration with Xbox and Windows and the kind of Xbox full screen experience.
Yeah.
That's there by default. It's shipped with it now.
Mm-hmm.
The issue with that is obviously the Windows team have just kind of let it out there for everyone. If you want to install it, you probably can.
Yes.
And it seems like the MSI is actually ready-made for it.
Yeah. So this was, to my surprise, like upon using it, was that, well, MSI immediately put their quick settings, let's call it that, into Game Bar. So right off the bat, before any whispers of this, Xbox full screen experience stuff, they already had Game Bar tied up with their own MSI software.
Which is nice
which
in itself.
I really liked it. One caveat, like my issue with it is that you press the right-hand button and then Game Bar appears on the left
Can I just be
side.
honest? That does my head in.
It was really annoying.
It's really annoying.
And then you press the left side button to launch MSI's actual software full screen. So that kind of annoyed me. I wish it was flipped.
Yeah.
But besides the point, when you press the quick setting button, it does launch Game Bar.
Yeah.
And it is there with your settings. Now, I did install full screen experience on the MSI CLAW. We have a whole video on how to install full screen experience on any handheld if you are interested on the channel. So once I'd done that, I was very curious to see if pressing and holding the settings button would bring up the Alt-Tab switcher.
Yeah, the carousel.
Yeah, because on other devices it doesn't. Like, because you can't program the Xbox button. You have to actually program Windows plus G and then Windows plus Tab for the switcher. So you need two separate buttons. Whereas with the MSI, once I'd launched full screen experience, you press the button. Here comes Game Bar with your settings, as you would expect. Press and hold, and yes, it does act as a true Xbox button, and it brings up the carousel.
That's either a really lovely coincidence, like a mistake.
Yes.
Or it's been purposely designed.
Maybe, yeah.
It feels to me like it's a purposeful thing.
Yeah, yeah.
Because, like you say, it's not available elsewhere. But it kind of pops the unique selling point of the Xbox Ally X.
Yeah, because
in many ways.
The MSI is the only device that has this feature like pre-built into it. There's no faffing with reprogramming buttons or anything like that. You launch full screen experience and it just works.
Whilst we're on the software side of things, like Armoury Crate in the Xbox Ally X and the Ally X's before is solid.
Yeah.
It's actually a really good bit of software.
And there's a lot you can do in it.
Yeah.
There is I would still argue it's the best software from any device.
Arguably, it was a more enjoyable experience to use Armoury Crate in Windows than full screen experience right now.
Yeah, well, in some aspects.
I mean, I did a whole rant about it.
Yeah, you did, yeah.
But that is where the MSI side of things starts to become a bit of a letdown as well, because their software isn't as good.
Yeah, it's a 50-50 here for me, because the quick settings, which is where you really live, honestly.
True.
Like in normal use is the quick settings window. That has ample.
Yeah.
So I'm actually really happy with how that's laid out and how well it worked for me. The only issue there is I encountered a bug with certain games where if you are playing a game, obviously you're relying on your controller input.
Yes.
So you're playing a game, controller input works. If I backed out and went to the quick settings and then moved around, it then thought I was using a keyboard and mouse in the game. So when I came back to the game, the controls weren't a controller anymore.
Yeah.
And then I had to kind of like mess around a little bit to get that working again. So that was frustrating. However, that was when I was in Xbox Full Screen Experience, which is not 100% officially supported yet.
Yeah.
So we can't really blame MSI on that one.
No.
However, the other 50%, so I like the quick settings, but the actual software pales in comparison to Armoury Crate. It is kind of bare bones.
Yeah.
You can't map like a controller rebinds per game. Like there's just little things that I feel like they should have had more fleshed out.
Yeah.
It's like it's got the basis for it, but it's just not there yet. It feels like they need to do more work. Whereas Armoury Crate, you can do absolutely everything you could imagine in there, and it works.
Yeah.
But I will say as well, just to give a point back to MSI, I wasn't expecting it, but it's super snappy. Like it is quick. Like
wow.
You press the buttons for their software or the quick settings and it just works.
I don't know if it's just reputation or if there's any basis to it, but my impression of like Center M was always rubbish.
Yes.
Like historically wasn't good at all.
Yeah.
So that does actually surprise me that it's at least what they've got there works well.
I anticipated it to be sluggish,
Yeah.
like delayed and maybe a bit more janky than it really was. It actually worked super well, but maybe it's because it's so bare bones and so basic that it just works very well.
Nothing there to hog it.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know, this next one, I don't know if it was just the unit that we had, it's possible, or if this is across the board.
This is a commonly known thing from users.
The rumble.
People were actually contacting us when we announced we would be getting hands-on with it and said, please talk about the rumble because no one's talking about it.
Yeah, so we're talking about on the MSI specifically, just to clarify.
Yeah.
The rumble is cheap.
It's a deal breaker, honestly, for a lot of people. It's bad. Yeah. I will just flat out say it's bad. Like it's like an afterthought.
Yeah.
It is horribly rattly, very loud and aggressive.
Yeah.
You can adjust the strength in the settings, but it does nothing to enhance. And yeah, it's just a very loud, like rather than feeling haptic, like just to side over to Legion Go 2, the haptics in that are fantastic. It feels premium. Going to the Xbox Ally X, again, feels very premium. And you've got the added rumble in the
triggers as well.
Triggers, yeah. So that feels like where it should be. You go to the MSI and you're like, oh, this feels like rumble from 15 years ago.
Yeah. That's a really good way, but it's very cheap, rattly.
Yeah, it's an afterthought.
Yeah, it's not nice.
Sadly.
And that kind of ties nicely to the feeling of things because the ergonomics is obviously a massive thing. These are handheld devices, so the importance of it is often overlooked.
Yeah.
Which is mad.
Yeah.
It's often overlooked. On paper and visually, obviously the Xbox Ally X is going to win at ergonomics.
Yes.
It's a controller.
Yeah. It's basically a controller on the screen, isn't it?
And it does feel beautiful. I will say it feels a little alien, which is unexpected. I want to clarify that. I'm used to these consoles now, like from the Switch and the Steam, like as early as the Switch and the Steam Deck. I'm used to them being more pancaked.
Yeah, very flat and thin. And
as devices have progressed, having like a bit of a grip on there is really nice.
Yes.
But still liking the kind of pancakeness. So having controller horns is weird.
Yeah.
Undoubtedly, it's very comfortable. It's very nice feeling. On paper, you look at the MSI and you go, well, that's going to be horrible to hold.
That's exactly what I thought.
But it's just not the case, is it?
No, it's actually comfortable.
Yeah.
Like, surprisingly so. Like, I really thought this is going to suck. Yeah. Like, I thought it was going to be awful. But weirdly, despite it being super angular, it's actually comfortable. And they have thought about it because if you hold it to the side and stuff, on the parts that touch your palm, like the base of your thumb, it is angled down. So they have really thought about how those angles and corners like interact with your hands. It's not just a real sharp edge in your palm. It does actually slope down and fit nicely. And on the back, there's really prominent grips that you can grip onto. You don't have the dreaded Switch pinky grip where you're trying to force your pinkies underneath.
Tunnel grip.
Yeah, where you're trying to rest the screen on your fingers. You don't get any of that.
Yep.
And in turn, they've made the triggers and the bumpers very, very small. to accommodate your hand style grip, but getting to the asymmetrical stick layout, because I thought this would be an issue. I thought that right stick looked like it's going to be difficult to get to naturally.
Too much for stretch.
Yeah, but none of that's true. Like, yes, it's nowhere near as comfortable as an actual controller like the Xbox Ally X, but I do want to give it credit to it is actually more comfortable than you would assume.
Yeah, but hands down, obviously. The
Xbox Ally wins. Yeah, definitely.
And the converse is true when we get to aesthetics.
Yeah.
Like the opposite is true here. Because the Xbox Ally X, when it was launched, everyone was like, "This is the ugliest thing I've ever seen."
Yes.
Now, I will say it's growing on me.
Yeah, I'm
getting more used to it.
Yeah, I don't dislike it as much as I initially did.
No, it's kind of cool. It's different.
Yes.
But I'm a child.
Yeah.
We're all children inside.
Yeah.
And the Lambo Green MSI Claw
yeah.
is the coolest thing I've ever seen.
It is wicked.
It just looks wicked.
They teased it in other colours like purple and teal and stuff like that, which is wicked, but they never actually officially announced them. So the official colours you can get the MSI in is Polar Tempest, which is white, which is kind of boring. And then you've got the Lambo Green, whatever they call that, which I think Forest Green or something, I don't know. Something let down, right? But Lambo Green is totally what it is. It looks phenomenal, whereas the Xbox Ally X just comes in black.
Yeah. If
you want the white one, that's the one with the worst processor.
I'm genuinely disappointed that they didn't, on the Acer side of things, that the differentiator was the colour, basically. Yeah. That seems daft to me. Give people some option. We're spending a lot of money on a thing, so the aesthetics is kind of important as well.
Yeah, and I don't know why it made me want to reach for the MSI more because it looked cool.
It looks like fun, doesn't it?
Yeah, it looks like fun. Yes, that is totally it. And what is gaming? It's meant to be fun. Yeah. And it totally felt like that to me. Like I did feel a bit like a child, like playing with it. Like, yay, like this is cool, you know? And I know MSI usually aggressively go for the gamer aesthetic. I'm surprised it's not red, honestly. Yeah. I'm glad it's not red because I often find red feels a bit cheap now in gamer products. Yeah. But green and how strikingly like vibrant that green is, just felt so fun. Like it really did.
I would have loved to have seen some different aesthetic options with the Asus device.
Yeah.
But in truth, I would have loved there to be the Xbox Ally to be the 7-inch and the Xbox Ally X to be an 8-inch. Yeah. And that be the differentiator.
That should have been what happened.
Because then they go toe to toe. And then this decision is a lot harder. But they are very, very close. Performance-wise, almost equal. Yes. If not definitely equal in every aspect.
Yeah, everything's almost the same with them. You're just getting some slightly more future-proof specs on the MSI in terms of ports and things like that. But, I mean, arguably you are getting a future-proof device with the Xbox Ally X because of the AI chip with the 50M, tops with the dedicated NPU. But again, as of now, that does nothing.
No.
But, yeah.
I think, in truth, if you're trying to differentiate between the two, it's a question of screen and ergonomics.
That is the only way that you should be looking at this. And Rumble. If you are a fan of Rumble, the Ally X is the Xbox Ally X.
It's the only choice.
Yeah, it absolutely annihilates the MSI. And I do like the haptic triggers, like the rumble in the triggers really on the Xbox Ally X. It's the only one that has them.
Kind of underrated.
Yeah. It's totally underrated and overlooked. Whereas the rumble absolutely is just rubbish in the MSI. But if you don't care for that and you do want to turn it off, save battery or whatever anyway, then the MSI, obviously you've got that bigger screen, which is very striking and really noticeable when you're using them. Like really noticeable. And it's £50 more. Yeah. But the ergonomics are not as good as the Ally. And of course, you do have the promise of extra features coming to the Ally with the
I still try. I almost struggle to even talk about it because it feels like...
Well, until it's here, it's a no...
it's a nothing, isn't it?
It's a nothing, yeah.
But yeah, screen, the bezels, everyone knows about it, everyone can see it. And it's just not there with the MSI. It's just... to be honest, it's hard to ignore.
It's hard to ignore. And I kind of feel...
For a £50 price difference.
Exactly,
as well.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like the price is not far off. If it was £100 difference, then it's actually okay. This is a difficult choice. But £50, like, I mean, you'll probably end up spending another 25 quid, maybe 30 quid on just Hall effect sticks. And then you've got to crack open your Xbox Ally anyway to swap them out. Yeah. So you're already there if you want the same kind of specs there. But yeah, that screen space really makes a difference. So if you're finding 7-inch a struggle, because it is, 8-inch 16:10 feels much bigger again, like much bigger, because you're not just going 16:9 to 16:9. That extra space there really feels different. And I mean, it's hard. I mean, if you're in the UK, you can probably go to places and try it out. Because the retailers do have them, or at least the big computer companies, online retailers have them. But it seems like there's no stock issue, like they're in stock, whereas the Xbox Ally X is just out of stock everywhere. And if you found the MSI on offer, then it's a bit of a no-brainer.
Yeah, then jump at it. You'll have a great time. And I know that this video has not demystified any of that purchase decision for you, because we've just sat on the fence the whole time.
Yeah.
Because in truth, it's impossible to make a choice here. I guess really because there's no bad choices.
I was going to say, you would be happy with either of them, honestly. And the price is so close, it just comes down to the screen, really.
Yeah.
Like if you need that bigger area, or not.
But I want to know which of the two you're going to pick, or you would pick if you were in the market to buy one. Let us know down in the comments down below. Please do like this video. Subscribe for more handheld gaming content. What else could they do?
Become a member, and you can chat to us over on our private Discord as well.
So until next time.
Bye.